I seriously want to give up on applying for disabilities
Why?
solely because they make it so hard.
Oh, okay.
They make you have to prove this and this and this and this.
This and this and this. Oh.
And they make you do the work to get all your medical records. And they make you do all the work to prove everything. And they make you do all the work to apply with all their paperwork.
So the application.
Hoops and hoops and hoops you have to jump through.
I'm pretty sure you could just do that online.
And all of this crap. And it's like, I'm disabled.
Well, yeah, I got that because you're applying for disability. So I would hope that you're actually disabled.
I can't even work a normal job.
But you can set up a phone and click go and speak.
How am I supposed to do this stupid fucking process?
Well, you figured out the phone.
How am I supposed to do the work that goes into this when it's nearly the same amount of work as getting a job?
I think that's kind of the point.
Like, applying for disability is the same process as applying for a job, basically.
Because you have to prove that you're disabled.
And it's so much work that I don't want to do it anymore.
So as we see, the young lady here is talking about disability, but this video I'm about to do is not about disability. This video is about something I've been saying for years. Women are extremely harder on other women more than men every day of the week. And every time I say it, people look at me crazy. No, Paul, it's the men, really. They're hard on women. Then explain what I just watched. This young lady made a video simply saying how overwhelming and difficult she felt the disability process was. Now, whether you agree with her or not isn't even the point. She was expressing how she felt, like all of you get on here and basically do, right? Then another woman watches the video, jumps on camera, and instead of showing an ounce of empathy, she immediately starts clowning her. That's the part I'm looking at. Not disability, the lack of compassion this woman had for another woman. Her sis, right? See, social media has fooled people into thinking being mean is the same thing as being real, keeping it 100. No, they're not the same thing. You can tell somebody the truth without trying to embarrass them like she was just doing, right? Somewhere along the way, people started confusing cruelty with honesty. And here's what made me chuckle a little bit. I will bet money, and don't clip this, but I'll bet money the same woman who was reacting has been on social media at some point crying about something herself. Maybe it was a relationship she was in. Maybe it was work. Maybe it was her mental health. I don't know. Maybe it was family drama. Maybe it was how hard dating is. Whatever it was, I guarantee she wanted everybody to understand her feelings when she was on here expressing herself. Isn't it amazing how we always want grace for ourselves? Isn't it? But being Gordon Ramsay when someone else is struggling, you know, you're lazy, you're making excuses, get over it, hold on. Where was all that energy when you needed somebody to understand you? I'm just asking, you know. See, this is why I laugh every time social media tells me men are the biggest problem when it comes to women. Listen, men have their issues. We absolutely do. But ladies, y'all give each other enough issues, right? And y'all don't give each other grace. Some of the nastiest comment sections I've ever seen are women talking to other women. And nobody wants to have that conversation. Y'all just do videos like this. Now, check this out, you know, because I know somebody is about to misunderstand me with what I'm about to say. I'm not saying the young lady is right about disability. You know, maybe it isn't that complicated. Maybe she does need to push through it, you know, muscle through it and finish the paperwork. That's possible. But here's my question. Why couldn't you encourage her instead of humiliating her? Why? She couldn't get no encouragement. Why you couldn't say, sis, I know it feels overwhelming, but trust me, you can do it. Same message, completely different spirit. That's leadership. Anybody can insult people. You know, it takes maturity to lift someone up. You know, social media has turned everybody into reaction channels with no compassion or growth. Like that one. Everybody wants to be the funniest person in the comments or on the video. Everybody wants to go viral roasting somebody. Everybody wants to be a straight savage. Let me tell y'all something. Being a savage is easy. Showing grace is hard. Anybody could kick somebody when they're already down. That doesn't make you strong. Not at all. That makes you another person standing in line to throw rocks. Throw rocks and hide. Throw rocks and hide. You know, the Bible says in Galatians 6:2, carry each other's burdens and in the way you will fulfill the law of Christ. Notice what God didn't say. He didn't say laugh at people's burdens. He didn't say compete with people's burdens. He didn't say react to people's burdens for views. He said help carry them. Carry the burden. You get what I'm saying? Somewhere we've forgotten that. And can I say something else? We've become addicted to exposing weakness instead of helping weakness. You know, somebody says they're overwhelmed with everything that's going on in life. You roast them. Somebody says they're depressed because of life. You clown them. Somebody says they're struggling and going through it in life. You call them lazy. Then we wonder why people stop asking for help and they end up in some ditch after killing themselves. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all created an environment where people are afraid to be honest because they know somebody is waiting to line them up, line up their video and make fun of them. That's backwards. You know, the Bible also said in Ephesians 4:29, don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs. According to their needs, not according to your ego. You know, sometimes people don't need another critic. Sometimes they just need somebody to remind them they can make it through. You know, get out of what they're dealing with. So this video isn't really about disability. You know, I didn't do it for that. It's about empathy. It's about the fact that some people have forgotten how to simply be kind. You know, you don't have to agree with somebody to treat them like a human being, straight up. You know, that's what Christ teaches us. And to the woman who made the original video, if you're overwhelmed, I hope you get whatever you need when it comes down to doing what you need to do. And to the woman reacting, next time, try leading with compassion before criticism. Because one day life has a funny way of putting all of us in a position where we need somebody else's grace. So watch out. When that day come, I hope the internet doesn't respond to you the same way you responded to her. Prayers for you. It's your boy Paul P. God bless. And I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.